here we are. That first few seconds of going live is always the hardest, but we've done it. We're live. Welcome back to the Biossance YouTube Live. Quick session chat. I get to address your questions, so thank you everyone for tuning in. My name is McKenzie. I'm the Director of Global Education for Biossance, and today we're going to talk about eye treatments. And I can hear myself on my phone right now. Let me turn that down. I have my phone going right here so I can read your comments easier and get myself my own echo, just feed my ego a little bit there, right? Just kidding. So thank you everybody for tuning in. And like I was saying, we're going to be talking about eye treatments today, the best of our Biossance treatments. What's super exciting is we've just marine algae eye cream. Super exciting. Everyone on the Biossance team is so excited about this. And it's kind of a no-brainer. This product is incredible. And we also have our Squalane Plus Peptide Eye Gel. So I'm going to talk about these two beautiful treatments that we have. And then, of course, why we would even consider an eye treatment. That's honestly a common question that we get quite a bit is, why do we need eye treatments in our skincare routine? So I'm going to dive into some of those topics, but I'd love to hear from you. Please type in the chat here what questions you have on eye treatments. And if you have a tip or a trick that you'd like to share, go ahead and do that as well. Also, I'll just be talking about my own tips and tricks as well. And of course, if you're tuning in, you know that we will be doing a giveaway during this time. And that is correct. We're doing a giveaway. 3 people are going to win. And what you're going to win is a wonderful package that includes the 2 eye products from Biossance collection, as well as our special limited edition spatula. Right here, this rose gold beautiful spatula. So you have a handy dandy spatula for your marine algae eye cream, and it's really cool and lovely to the touch. So we could even do some massage movements with it as well. We had this for a limited time on our website as a gift. It's no longer available, but we saved 3 just for this occasion. So in order to enter the contest to win the 2 eye products and the spatula, type in the comments here your Instagram handle and any specific topic or question that you would like us to answer on the next YouTube Live, or just to create a YouTube video about. So it could be anything from your common skin concern to product layering question to win this amazing contest. So I see we have a couple people on the chat. Type in your Instagram handle, get in that contest. But let's start with why you would even want to incorporate an eye cream into your skincare routine. Well, there are kind of 2 groups of people in the skincare world. Some who think that eye creams aren't necessary, and others who are diehard eye cream users or eye treatment users. And I kind of fall into the latter. I really enjoy a good eye treatment. And your eyes are one of the first places that can show signs of aging because the skin is super thin. It's actually the thinnest of the whole skin, right? The thinnest areas are around. Anyway, the eye products that we apply to that skin that's super delicate has been formulated specifically for such a sensitive and thin area. So using a moisturizer that might be a richer or heavier cream all the way up to the eye area is sometimes too heavy, too suffocating. It could cause milia, those white bumps that are not great to see. They don't necessarily hurt, but they're just not always convenient around the eye area. So you want to use an eye product because it's specifically formulated for that skin. They also address concerns that are specific to that area. For example, our Squalane Plus Peptide Eye Gel specifically addresses signs of fatigue. So puffiness and dark circles, baggy, fatigued eyes, which aren't necessarily concerns you would have like on your cheek or your neck or your chest. So this incredible product has caffeine and peptides that specifically address microcirculation, the gentle flow of circulation and fluids under and above the eye, because when that becomes stagnant for lots of reasons, stress, lack of sleep, genetics, unfortunately, can contribute to puffiness and dark circles. Using ingredients like caffeine actually stimulate that microcirculation to flush out that stagnant fluid and give you a more brighter, awake, just a more youthful appearance around the eye. And I use an eye treatment every single day because the results are really dependent upon the consistency of the product. So I use the Squalane Peptide Eye Gel every single morning, and I love it. I even love it under concealer. You can apply both of the eye products under and above the eye. All right, I'm seeing some comments come in. Let me take a moment here. Daisy would love to learn more about the order of layering skincare. That you are among a lot of people who ask about product layering. We'll be happy to cover that for you, of course. Oh, Sophia, you are a Biossance fan, commenting and asking about the new elderberry cleanser. We will definitely answer that one for you too. And this is a good one. Thank you for asking this question. What age should we start using eye cream? Good question. I think if you are a really healthy person, let's say you don't smoke like cigarettes, you're good with your hydration levels, you might not really see the need for an eye cream until your 30s, but everybody nowadays has their face in front of a screen more often than we used to, right? More often than just like 5 years ago or a decade ago. And the strain from our eyes being used to look at all these different computer screens really can put a toll on that area. So I would suggest starting to use an eye cream in your 20s. Depending on your concern, you can choose one that's more for fatigue or more for lines and wrinkles. But it's a good practice. It's a good habit to get into. There's nothing bad could come from using an eye cream starting in your 20s is basically my answer. But if you are starting to see fine lines and wrinkles, that might not happen until your mid-30s or later. So waiting until you see the problem, it's not the end of the world, absolutely not. We are happy to age, right? But it is easier to prevent the problem than it is to correct the problem when we see it. However, all of that being said, if you are seeing about those visible lines and wrinkles, prevention and correction, and it has such a luxurious, rich, creamy texture that melts into the skin and gives you such nice, comfortable hydration without being greasy or heavy. And that's really key around the eye. You want something that sinks in beautifully, doesn't have this very greasy, occlusive feel to it, because then you're just putting something that's too heavy. You're basically suffocating that area. The other thing to note is that both of these treatments are fragrance-free, which is another key piece to look for when it comes to eye treatments, because you don't necessarily want a very heavily fragranced product around the eyes. It could cause more irritation, especially if you have sensitive eyes. So just nice to know, Biossance has got you covered on all of those aspects. Start using an eye cream in your 20s or in your 30s. Which eye cream should I use for dark circles? And this is a great question. The marine algae eye cream is going to be for lines, wrinkles, firming, lifting, hydration. And the Squalane plus Peptide Eye Gel is really fighting signs of fatigue. That's the one I would use if your main concern is puffiness, dark circles. People see phenomenal results with this. And it's also in Sephora stores. It is the one that the makeup artist, the pro makeup artist, suggests most often because it works so well under makeup. So it's common to just want a quick pick-me-up, to look like you've slept a little bit longer or a little better, or let's say in a world where we travel more often, right? Jet-lagged skin or hungover skin. This is definitely a nice little cure for it that I always suggest. And if you're at home and you want to just give it a little additional tip, putting 2 spoons in the fridge and making them nice and cold, or if you win this little spatula, again, cold helps to vasoconstrict, so it makes everything a little bit tighter, a little bit fresher. So using a little cold temperature around the eyes can be nice and enhance that fresh, awake look. Is it important to put eye cream on the lids? Is it as important to put eye cream on the lids as it is under the eyes? It's a great question. I'll start by saying that it's not necessary to ever take an eye product and smoosh it up to the lash line, right? You never need to try and trick your skin by smooshing it to the lash line. Your eyes are meant to keep things out, and they want to. So we don't want to irritate them by putting something too close to the lashes. So when we're talking about the eyelid, the Squalane Plus Peptide Eye Gel, I've actually seen really great results with people who have crepey eyelids right there. And it helps to sort of smooth that out and freshen that skin up, make it more youthful. So you can take eye product to above and below, but it depends on what concern you're trying to fight, right? Sometimes people have just very dry skin around their eyes, but the skin's not super dry on the lid. So there wouldn't be a need to put that eye cream on the eyelid. Personally, for me, my main concerns are when I wake up in the morning, I can sometimes have some puffiness. I always have dark circles, and I'm trying to prevent fine lines and wrinkles. The microcirculation for puffiness is really under the eyes out to the temple, and fine lines and wrinkles really is considering where the muscle is around the eye area, because the muscle contractions are what are a key part of creating wrinkles. So in that case, I don't necessarily go towards the eyelid very much. I mainly focus more towards under the eyebrow, so right on the eye, the brow bone, right underneath that, to the temple, under the eye, out to the temple. That's where I stick to focusing the application of my eye treatments. It's completely up to you if you want to hydrate the lid or help to smooth out crepiness on the lid, but I would say it's more important to hit the areas of microcirculation and more muscle fibers that are under the eye, out to the temple, and under the brow bone, if that helps. Sometimes my answers are quite long-winded, so I apologize if I'm going on a tangent that wasn't relevant to you. Should eye cream go on the orbital bone, or should we bring it close to the eye? So great, Scarlett, thank you for asking this. She's like, you answered my question. So I'm going to expand upon what I just answered, because I spoke about bringing eye cream absolutely to the orbital bone. I have a mirror right here, so let me just look what I'm doing. So absolutely to the orbital bone, the tissue under the eye, absolutely, all the way out to the temple, under the brow bone. But the other area that sometimes people forget that eye cream can also help is in between the brows. So right here, these muscles right here are called the corrugator muscles, or some people call them the 11s, the frowny muscles, right? When you're intensely coloring or thinking, sometimes people, it depends on honestly the anatomy of your face and musculature, how you'll form that line. But taking some eye product, especially the marine algae eye cream, right up there, I will often flip my hands and use my thumbs here too. I don't always look very attractive doing this, but I care for you all, so let me just put that aside for a second. And I bring my thumbs right up here, thumb over thumb in the middle of the brow bone. And what I'm doing when I'm going under the eye, it's more relaxation than anything else, because what you have right here, if you guys, everybody right now, follows the bone itself, right on the eyebrow bone, like, what is that, like about an inch in, there's a little notch. It's probably not a full inch, but there's a little notch right there on your brow bone. Everybody has it on both bones, and that's a gorgeous acupressure point to relieve some tension. Headache tension, stress tension, it just feels really, really good. So I will add that into my eye application of my eye treatment, just as a nice sensorial relaxation moment. It's something I look forward to. And when you can look forward to your skincare routine, then you're actually going to do it. So anything you can do to make it more enjoyable, that's my suggestion. Good, good. All right, I'm glad this is super helpful for everybody. The other reason why we wanted to focus on eye treatments today was purely because we are in a time of our lives, we're all living in this moment of history where wearing a mask is one of the best practices to keep us healthy and safe. And when you're wearing a mask, you're covering up your nose, your lips, your cheeks. So even though I still put on lipstick because it makes me feel amazing, it gets covered up by the mask. But what doesn't get covered up are my eyes. So we've seen more questions about eyes and eye treatments because they've become more of a focus. We're seeing them and wanting to make sure that they are healthy and look good and feel good when we are in the mask. And personally, I'm that person who will continually smile under the mask to people like on the street or when I'm saying thank you at Trader Joe's or wherever I'm shopping. I like to smile and show that I appreciate that interaction, but you can't see it with a mask on. So I want to make sure that my eyes are pretty welcoming, and tired eyes don't always, for me, when I look tired, I look tired. So I always make sure to really enjoy my eye treatments. And right now it's more important to me knowing that my lower half of my face is covered up by the mask. So let me walk you through my eye treatment routine. In the morning, I do not cleanse my skin in the morning because I don't find it necessary. My skin is pretty much balanced from the night before, and I will just start with our Squalane Plus Hyaluronic Toning Mist. If you have a toner at home, you can start with that toner. If I work out in the morning and I'm super sweaty, then yes, I will wash my face. But if I'm getting up and going, it's not always my go-to step. But when it comes to starting my treatment after the toning mist, I start with my eye product. So in the morning, I start with the Squalane Plus Peptide Eye Gel. And at night, after cleansing and using my toning mist, I'll go into the Squalane Plus Marine Algae Eye Cream. So I use the gel in the morning, the cream at night. You could absolutely use them together at the same time. If you're going to use them together, gel first, eye cream second. So we're going lighter texture to richer texture. Both of them sink into the skin beautifully. Neither of these are heavy, but I would still do gel first and then the eye cream. Then I go into a serum, face serum. The reason I do eye treatment first and then a face serum is because I like to make sure I'm targeting the eye with the eye treatment, and then I kind of have a bit of a barrier around my eyes when I go in for the face serum. Think about it this way. If I had an active face serum, I apply it and I have a little residual of that on my fingers or my hands, and then I go in to apply the eye treatment, perhaps I could be putting an active ingredient from the face serum too close to my eyes if I've got sensitive or easily irritated eyes. So I like to flip it, do eye treatment first, face serum second. This is not like, the end all be all, but it's how I prefer to do it and how I encourage people, especially with any sensitivity or irritation to the eyes, to do it, because I'm guaranteed to know that my eye treatment is working on the eye area and my face treatment is working on the face. With the Biossance serums, our Squalane Plus Phytoretinol serum and the Squalane Plus Lactic Acid Resurfacing Night Serum, you absolutely are okay to take it up to the orbital bone. I wouldn't smush any really higher than that. I wouldn't take it to like the tissue underneath the eye. But our face serums are great to go to the top of the cheek, top of the cheekbone, orbital bone right here. I love Trader Joe's too. And they just came out with all their pumpkin stuff. I'm gluten-free and I adore their gluten-free pumpkin muffins. Good job, Trader Joe's. Hashtag Trader Joe's sponsor me. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Okay. Good. Okay, Rosa, I'm glad you've been taking good care of your eyes. We actually had a training the other day, and somebody asked, they said, a lot is going on in the world right now. And they weren't really feeling motivated to do any self-care. And their hydration on their face, they saw it in the form of a lot of dryness and flakiness, and they were saying, my self-care game has suffered and my skin is suffering because of it, but I'm just not motivated to do my skincare routine. And I get it. Sometimes when things feel like a hassle and not enjoyable, it's not something you're inclined to do a lot. But what I can say is, what I did say to this person, I said, choose one thing. It could be a lip treatment, it could be a cleanser, it could be a moisturizer, or right now it could be an eye treatment, a singular thing to start doing in your routine, because baby steps towards this would be a great thing to do, and you're going to most likely enjoy it, and you'll see a difference from it. You see a difference when you take care of your skin, and your skin looking healthier and smoother and more luminous. The complexion is more even. So choose one thing if you can, and choosing an eye treatment makes a lot of sense right now in a mask-wearing society. So I hope that if anybody watching this right now is a little unmotivated when it comes to their skincare routine, enter our contest so you can win and get this amazing spatula too, because then a new tool always feels fun and exciting. So I love that. Okay. Eye treatment first, always. Yes, Scarlett, woman after my own heart. So let's talk about another tip you could do with eye products. So this felt so nice and cool. I'm like, base. I love this. So besides the cool tip, using something nice and cool, as well as going between the eyebrows, you can also take eye products around the eyes. These ones specifically can go above and below the eyes. Not all eye products can be applied 360. Let me just say that. Biossance eye products, yes, green light for 360 application. Some eye treatments, though, can migrate a little bit and fall into the eye and not feel great. But ours have been tested, ophthalmologist tested, good to go. But a trick you can do with ours is you can also take them around the lips. Really, this makes the most sense with the marine algae eye cream because it's really that meltable melt-in hydration, and it fights fine lines and wrinkles, which can occur around the lips occasionally. So using this around the lips is totally acceptable because the lips are also super thin skin. So in a pinch, if I have this eye treatment on me, it is my eye treatment and my lip treatment on the borders of my lips, and just like I press it into my lips as well. I will also, I guess, put it on my cuticles if I'm in a really big pinch. I'm not gonna like show you I don't want to bring attention to my nails because it's super COVID nails right now. I have not been to a nail salon, and it's not a skill that I have perfected. So and for my at-home manicures, I'll stick to skincare. But I will use this again on my lips or cuticles if I would like. I love it when with skincare products have multiple tips and tricks. Super sunburnt lips, says Jasmine. So sunburnt lips, let me tell you something else that you could do when it comes to that specific concern. If you have any sort of raw sugar at home, you can take our 100% squalane oil, mix it with a little bit of that raw sugar, and make your own sugar scrub for your lips. Just a little bit scrubbing on the lips, and then after you remove that, applying, the best thing to apply would be our Squalane plus Rose Vegan Lip Balm, but we're focusing on eye treatments. You could also pop a little bit of this marine algae eye cream on top as well. But sunburnt lips is tough right now because it's an area that we use all the time. We're talking. It's like when you get a paper cut on your thumb and then you realize how much you use your thumb because you draw attention to it that way. So I bet you're not going to stop taking care of your lips now, Jasmine. It's something you'll probably like make sure to take care of. So eye treatments. What else can I cover around eye treatments? We talked about when to apply, why to use them, and how. Let me go again over some of my tips and tricks on how to apply. So easiest to do if you're in a rush and you want to go, is just to tap into the eye area, right? Just to take a little bit and to tap in, tap, 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 just to apply like that. Nice and just quick application. But if you have more time, you could also do a little bit of a press and roll technique, which helps to encourage lymphatic drainage, going back to that reducing the stagnant fluid under the eye that can sometimes cause puffiness and dark circles. I like to do this with my 2 middle fingers, and I will sort of roll from in to out along the eye area, all the way out to the temple, and do the same thing at the top. I'm trying to see if this is for, if you guys can see this. But when I apply my eye treatment, I will definitely do a little bit of a press and roll technique when I have time, and when I take the time, right? We all have 5 seconds to do this. So when you take the 5 seconds, you can do this. Press and roll out to the temple. The other thing I'll do is I will do acupressure, not only along that little notch that hopefully you guys all found, but just taking about like a couple of presses along the brow bone, maybe 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and underneath, just gentle. I kind of even let my head lean down into my hands versus pushing my hands into my face. I just let my head fall down just gently, just like that, to give myself a little bit of pressure. It's stress relieving, it's using heat. These are some of your best tools you'll ever come across when it comes to skincare, your hands, and using heat to penetrate products a little bit deeper and let them absorb easily into the skin is an incredible thing to do. So we want to penetrate with heat and then sort of close everything up with cool or cold temperatures. So those are some of my tips and tricks. I cannot wait till I can actually perform facials again, because getting a facial or me giving a facial, I love to really massage and encourage a really good eye treatment, because again, we're all looking at our eyes a lot more now, and so seeing visible results is very satisfying, and you can get better results when you take time to massage your eye products in a little bit more. Okay, do I recommend doing these eye massage movements multiple times a day? So if you're like me and sometimes, you just need like a little refresher, and getting up, walking around can do that. But when I'm looking at a computer screen all day long, or anytime you need like a little revival in the middle of your day, you can do these eye techniques. Like right now, I just did them on top of my concealer. I have clean hands. Let's just say that my hands are, before I started this, freshly washed. So let's not touch and massage our face with germy hands. But you can give yourself a little acupressure in the middle of the day, or if you're not wearing makeup and your skincare, you want to just go in and redo your skincare around your eyes in the middle of the day, go for it. Is it necessary to massage multiple times a day? No, but is it super enjoyable, and will it give you some results? Yes. So I would suggest doing that acupressure one, even if it's just holding the little notch on your brow for 30 seconds, maybe not 30 seconds, like 10 seconds, release, 10 seconds, like that. Feels amazing. So try it a couple times a day, see if you like it. No harm done there. And I love somebody mentioned that the skin around the mouth is so sensitive. Skin around the mouth is actually extremely prone to dermatitis or perioral dermatitis. So you definitely want to make sure you're using products that are great for your skin. Biossance products on the whole are so good for the people who do experience dermatitis. And again, I'm going to plug the Squalane Plus Rose Vegan Lip Balm for you with sensitive lips, or sensitive mouth area, because it's just such a great product. It's hydrating. It's smells beautiful. A little bit of rose in there smells beautiful. So I love that one too. And contribute to milia or help get rid of it? This is a great question, Scarlett. This is going to be my last question that I'll take for today. And let me just plug again, Instagram handle and a topic you want to see us cover on YouTube next, skincare topic of your choice. And you are entered to win our wonderful contest prize right now, our giveaway, the 2 eye treatments and the spatula. So Scarlett, for your question about milia, milia sometimes can be attributed to eye cream application. And I would suggest if you are experiencing milia, you should reduce the amount of eye cream. There is no need to oversaturate the eye area. You are wasting your time and money doing that. So you don't need to over apply. Apply just enough to evenly distribute along that eye area and massage it in. If you are experiencing milia, truly the only way to get rid of it is to have time, wait, patience, and sometimes it'll go away on its own, or to see a dermatologist who can extract that perfectly for you. That's a difficult one because unfortunately it just takes time to get rid of it. It can be caused by a couple of different things, eye cream being one of them, but easy fix is to use eye cream specifically formulated for that eye area, like our Biossance ones, and to apply the perfect amount, not too much. I hope that helps. And Samantha, thank you for answering. You want to see about using oils, love to hear about skincare tips with extra screen time, Zoom meeting. Oh my gosh, yes, so many Zoom meetings right now. We definitely need to be able to, do all these different tips and tricks so that our skin looks great for things like this. And for me, YouTube Lives, you can bet your bottom dollar I did my skincare routine this morning to look great for all of you. Skincare helps me feel better, to look better. Healthy skin is really what it's all about. And Biossance creates products that are there to give you just that. So we appreciate you tuning in every single time. Our next YouTube Live is going to be in October. So stay tuned for when we release the date and time for that. And I hope you all have a wonderful week. Stay safe, stay healthy. Thank you for watching, and I will talk to you soon. Thanks.